Hey friends, Coach Maggie here. So I wanted to record a video talking specifically about the Juice Plus products and how they help minimize symptoms during menopause and also keep us healthy post-menopause. Because I get a lot of questions just about, what are these? Like, I already take a multivitamin. I already have a protein powder that I like. Is there a better option than Juice Plus? And so I'm going to go over all of those questions here and really show you how special these products are. So first, I want to let you know that the FDA does not regulate supplements. And so what that means is that anybody who wants to create a supplement can. I can go in my kitchen, but buy some stuff off Amazon, bottle it up and be like, hey, here's my supplement. Everybody should buy it. And, that means that we don't necessarily know what's in the supplements we're taking. Supplements vary widely in quality. They're allowed to use fillers. They're allowed to source their ingredients from wherever they want to, and sometimes, from different places every time. And so they don't even know what's in their supplements necessarily. And so, buying something off the store at the grocery store versus a supplement like Juice Plus that is lab tested, is certified to say, what's in it is actually in it. There's nothing added to it. It's really hard to come. And another thing that I think some of us grasp, but I don't think a lot of us fully grasp how important what we eat is for our menopause symptoms. 99% of disease in the United States is a lifestyle disease. That means things like diabetes, heart disease, osteoporosis, cancer, a lot of times are impacted by what we're doing every day, and what we're doing every day is eating. And so we don't focus much on nutrition when we go to the doctor. Even if you go to your doctor and he says, oh, you need to eat differently, they generally can't give you that assistance in changing your habits. And so, when we talk about things like menopause, it really kind of gets brushed under the rug because it's hard to deal with in a doctor's office. And so what we're here talking about now is how we can improve our nutrition and how we can change the way we eat to help ourselves. And I'm going to give you some examples of how that happens with Juice Plus. And so first and foremost, these products have 45 whole plant foods. That means that what is in these capsules here, those pictures of fruits and vegetables, is actually fruits and vegetables inside these capsules. It's not isolated nutrients that somebody has taken out or created in a lab and put in here. It is literally fruits and vegetables. These have a nutrition label on them. Go look at the supplements at your grocery store and look at that label compared to, something in a package on the shelf. They have different labels because they're in different categories. But because of the way Juice Plus is made and because of what it is, it actually has a nutrition label on it. It is considered a food. And so what's inside? Well, like I said, 45 fruits and veggies. These are NSF certified. That means that a third party verifies every single batch of Juice Plus that is made to say what they say is on the label is in there, and nothing that is not supposed to be in there isn't in there. So what it says on the label is what it actually is. And that means that these never contain heavy metals or fillers. A lot of supplements contain heavy metals because of the way they're processed, but these are so minimally processed. Like I said, they're considered a whole food supplement. They actually still have all of the enzymes that we find in raw fruits and veggies. And like, you go to your doctor, you look at any nutrition recommendations, they say you need to eat more fruits and vegetables. And that's why, because fruits and vegetables are magical. We have evolved with them to be able to be healthy. And the more we can get, the better off we are. The recommendation each day for an adult human is 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables. And the vast majority of Americans do not get that. And it's hard to do. And I'll also point out that the vegetables we're eating now are not the same vegetables our grandparents were eating because of farming practices. Soils have been degraded. Fruits and veggies are picked weeks before they end up on the shelves at the grocery store. And by that time, they've started to break down. So it just does not have the same nutritional profile now that it did, when you're picking stuff out of your victory garden, for example. And these are non-GMO ingredients. And so I've heard some people critique Juice Plus that, oh, it's not organic. Organic is good, but it's not the end all be all. Juice Plus works directly with farmers. They know exactly where things are sourced. Because of the way these are processed, farmers don't need to use herbicides and pesticides to make them pretty because they're all getting ground up. And so the reason a lot of herbicides and pesticides are used is, pests certainly, but also apples as an example. There's a fungicide that's used on apples because there's just a little tiny fungus that grows at the top of apples, and people didn't think it was pretty. And so somebody came up with a fungicide to get rid of it. And we don't need to do that. And these are also picked at peak ripeness and then as quickly as possible taken and processed. So they are the most nutritionally dense fruits and vegetables you're going to find that are not picked out of a garden that you grew, where you grew something. Like I said before, it has a nutrition label because it's food. These are backed by 40 plus gold standard studies, and that is primary research. And so the difference between primary research and secondary research is primary research, that research is done directly on these products. Secondary research would be something like you have a vitamin C supplement and everybody knows vitamin C is good for you, and therefore this supplement is good for you. If they have not taken this product, specifically done testing on it to make sure it's bioavailable, like I say down here, that it is what they say it is, that it has the nutrition that they claim it does, that is not primary research. That's just like, hey, this is a vitamin C supplement, here you go. So there's a really big difference there. And like I said before, it is a whole food supplement. And I bring that up because a lot of people tell me, a lot of women I talk to, oh, well, I take my multivitamin. A lot of time it's Centrum. And, it's cheap, right? It's inexpensive. It's $20 at your grocery store. You can just go grab it off the shelf. But the thing about multivitamins is they're created in a lab. Someone has taken the isolated nutrients that we're trying to get from eating fruits and vegetables. A lot of times there's synthetic versions of the vitamins that we know we need, which is okay, but it's not the real thing. And we know that Mother Nature is the end all be all, and she knows best. So, we're copying nature when we're making synthetic vitamins. It's just not quite the same. And there's a warning label on Centrum. They cause osteoporosis because of the vitamin A, because it's isolated and it's in this vitamin supplement compared to something like Juice Plus or kale or any greens that you would eat that have vitamin A. The form that is in that, the carotenoids, are what our body is used to and it knows what to do with it. But if we're taking synthetic vitamin A, then our body doesn't quite know what to do with it. And so it can cause osteoporosis when we're trying to prevent osteoporosis. And also a lot of vitamins like this are shellacked. The Juice Plus products come in vegetable capsules. So they break down very easily. They dissolve very quickly. Or when you have something like Centrum or any hard tablet pill, you may or may not be digesting that. So you take this and you may or may not be actually even be getting the vitamins into your body. And I'm calling the bedpan bullets here because I have a friend who used to be a nurse. She's like, that's what we called them. They don't get digested, they get pooped out. And so if they find them in your poop when you're in the hospital, but also they even find them in sewer systems and they block up sewer system. Like that's what these do. There's no primary research on the bioavailability of these, whether or not these vitamins that they're putting in are actually the best version. Like, we don't know that. It's just secondary research. Like, oh, we know we need these things, so we're going to put them in a pill and sell it. And so Juice Plus is way more expensive, but it's also food and it's bioavailable, and you know what you're getting when you take that. And then another thing that we hear a lot about is we all need to take an omega. And I'm using this example here because this is a really great brand. It's a very high quality fish oil, but it's still fish. It has the full spectrum, but it's fish oils contain heavy metals. Like, we keep hearing about heavy metals. We don't, we need to cut down on things like fish because it has heavy metal, but also you need to take fish oil at the same time. Like, which one is it? And it's both. And when you take omega that's made out of fish oil, if you have the fish burps, it's because it's rancid. A lot of times, like, these fish oils are processed and then they're not stored properly. They're sitting on the shelf for goodness knows how long, and they're rancid, and then you're eating them. Gross. And these are not great for the environment. Like, I don't think I need to explain that too much. Like, fishing is bad for the environment on the scale that we have to do it as humans. And this one costs about $30. And for any like high quality omega supplement, you're going to spend about $30. And then we have the Juice Plus Vegan Omega Blend. Full spectrum. It's vegan. They have learned how to skip the fish. This is so amazing to me. And so it's never rancid. There's no gross burps. When you get them, you can see there's a little bit of air in them, and that's actually nitrogen, so that it can't go rancid. There's no oxygen in there, and it preserves it. And these taste like vanilla and orange. I love to put them in a smoothie with the vanilla complete and an orange and a banana, and throw a couple of these in there. It is so good. Like, you can bite down on them and eat them, and they're delicious. And, it's an environmentally sound practice to make them this way. And it costs about the same. Like, it's almost the same price. It's like $1 more. And then I want to talk about the complete protein powder. So I've been asking a lot of my friends who are, 10 or 15 years older than me, who are on this other side of menopause. And all of them rave about this. So all my friends in the Juice Plus community, they're like, this was key to my menopause journey. So, that added nutrition that you're getting from the Juice Plus capsules that help everything just work better. Like, we know we need good nutrition because it helps everything work better, right? And then those omegas, because they cut down on inflammation. And then as we age, we need a lot more protein. I think the idea in our head is like, oh, I'm getting older, I need to eat less. You actually need a lot more protein as you age, because what's happening, especially after menopause, like, it starts in our 30s, but it really takes a nosedive once we go through menopause and our estrogen drops, is we really start to lose muscle mass, that osteopenia, and bone mass, the osteoporosis. And that leads to some really scary stuff down the line. And so we need to make sure that we're getting usually about 100 grams of protein a day. And that can be kind of hard to do. And so I love the complete because of that. It's got 25 grams of protein per serving. It is a water wash soy. And so soy gets kind of a bad rap. There's a lot of data out there, but that data is on processed soy. This is very minimally processed. It's basically ground up edamame. Like, they take the whole bean, it's non-GMO. They clean it a little bit, and then they grind it up. And there's some other really great stuff in here as well. But the soy I want to focus on, because it says down here at the bottom, it's got the phytoestrogens in it. And all of my friends I asked, I was like, what was the one thing that, Juice Plus helped you with? Like, how were your symptoms during menopause? And all of them have said, I did the complete twice a day and my hot flashes went away. And it makes sense. It's got the phytoestrogens in it, which are kind of the building blocks for estrogen. And so as our estrogen is dropping, if we can kind of give our body the ingredients to make estrogen, it will. And so that's where the phytoestrogens come in. And so that really helps with hot flashes. And I want to point out too, that it's really high in fiber, which is great for gut health. And again, as we're going through menopause, as that estrogen drops, our gut health suffers. And part of that suffering with gut health, that you can tell, what's going on if your hot flashes are raging. That's a lot of times linked to gut health. And then if you can get your gut health under control with the phytoestrogens and with the fiber, that's going to help all of the other stuff that's going on. So when you feel yourself having hot flashes, that's a symptom. Something is going on and you have some control over that. And this is a great way to fix that. And then I also wanted to talk about the Perform a little bit. So this is loaded with B vitamins. As we age, as our estrogen drops, we have a hard time processing B vitamins, and they are essential. If you're somebody who's losing hair, it probably means, it could mean, one of the reasons that happens is that your folate is low. You're not getting enough folic acid. And making sure that you're getting enough B vitamins with the folate and B12 in particular, will help you fix that problem. And again, like lots of protein in here, that soy-based protein. And then there's beetroot and cherry in here, which are really great for muscle recovery, which is why it's called the Perform. Like it's great to use after you've worked out, but it also aids in endurance. And so again, as we age, you know, we need to lift heavy things, we need to work out, like exercise becomes really important to maintain our muscle and bone. The things that are in Juice Plus, all of the fruits and veggies, all of the proteins that we're talking about aid in maintaining that. And so here's what I hear a lot, but I have a protein powder I like. Isn't it the same thing? No, it is not even close to the same thing. So I didn't want to go down a rabbit hole here of heavy metals in protein powders and just how kind of yucky a lot of the stuff is out there. And I mean, this Juice Plus is not the only good one, but I feel like it is the best one for this phase of life because it's got these phytoestrogens in it, because of the way it's processed. But there have been loads of reports on how many protein powders out there have heavy metals. And this is a really common one. People love this one. And it's actually at the top of the list of a report that was done by Consumer Reports. I use this as an example. That was super high in heavy metals, but you know, like it's way cheaper than Juice Plus. So why can't I go do that? Well, because you're also getting loads of heavy metals when you drink it. And if it's something you're doing every day, like that's causing some problems. And a lot of other protein powders have that whey protein isolate. That's a really common one, but that is so broken down. You don't get the benefits of eating protein. Like we burn lots of calories when we eat protein. Like sometimes it's a wash, like that's how much energy it takes to digest protein. But whey protein isolate, it just goes in your system. Like you don't even have to try to digest it. And so part of that lack of digestion or need to digest, but creates inflammation. So whey protein isolate is actually really terrible for us. And then a lot of other ones have hydrolyzed pea protein. And again, this is a common one because it's easy to produce, but that hydrolyzation process breaks the proteins down. So we don't have to try, our body doesn't have to try very hard to break it down. And that also releases the heavy metals. And so that's why so many protein powders have heavy metals, is because of the way they're processed. Juice Plus is not processed that way. It does not have heavy metals in it. Let's say you've got 45 whole plant foods, right? And the Juice Plus products. Say you're spending $1 a week times 4 weeks a month on all of these things. I don't even think you could do that. And even if you did, I don't think you could eat all of them every day. That would be $180 a month that you were spending on all 45 fruits and veggies. And that's, you know, you look at that number and you're like, that's a lot of dollars. But I still don't think there's any way you could actually do this for this amount of money. And they wouldn't be at peak ripeness. But then we look at the Juice Plus products. Okay. So, you know, you do the Berry Blend Omega Complete. Well, that's $3.38 a day. It's $100 a month, basically. You go all the way up to the complete package, right? You've got the Juice Plus Complete, you've got the Trio, the fruits, veggies, and berries, and you've got the Omega. Well, that's $153.50 a month, about $5 a day. If you're somebody who goes and gets a fancy coffee every day, you could take that out of your diet, which you should, and put it towards this. And there you go. Now, for reference too, this is a juicery near me, and I'm not talking smack about them. I love this place, but they have a 5-day cleanse, and it's got 11 fruits and veggies, and that is $51 a day, compared to, again, this, where it's something you can do every day, literally for the rest of your life. And then I wanted to show you the veggie blend label, because like I was saying, all of Juice Plus products have a nutrition label. Like if you go look at this, look at the Centrum that you have in your kitchen, it's a different label. This is food. And so again, I was trying to kind of do a price comparison. I was like, okay, well, we've got the vitamin A, the vitamin C, E, and folate, and that's what they required to put on here since it's a nutrition label. what if you just went and bought those supplements, like high quality supplements, because these are the high quality stuff, high quality supplements. How much would that cost you? These are all really good brands, $154 a month. All right, let's go back just for a second. It's $153.50 a month, and you're actually getting groceries and you're getting top quality supplements that cover so much more than just these 4 nutrients. So when you look at it that way, I think it's a really great deal. Remember, the Complete is a really high quality protein. It has loads of fiber in it, has a low glycemic index. Like, it is a high quality product, and you can do so much with it. You can cook with it. You can make puddings with it. You can put it in smoothies. We make protein balls with it. My 7-year-old is a normal 7-year-old. She's picky. And whenever we're using this stuff, she's like, can I eat some? Like, sure. I mean, she will just eat it out of the bag. It's that good. It's delicious. And one thing I like to think about too is, like, where does this go in your monthly budget? Well, the capsules, that's part of your medical and preventative medicine. Our healthcare system is not set up to help us prevent disease. It's great if you have a broken bone, if you have cancer, if you need surgery, but it's not really great at helping you not get there. So I really consider this, and many people in the Juice Plus company or in community do as well. This is preventative medicine. Like, you are investing in yourself and in your future. And then when you think about the Complete, well, that's part of your grocery bill. Even if you're having one a day, like, that's a smoothie, that's some muffins. I mean, like, it's so many different things that you can do with it. Like, it's groceries. All right, so what's next? Let's chat. I know that there's just so much that we've covered here, and there's so much more to menopause than just the Juice Plus products, but I really wanted to hopefully get across to you, like, how powerful, how important this is as we're going through this change, to be able to support ourselves nutritionally and support, a healthy lifestyle for ourselves. And so schedule a free consultation with me. I have lots of options for every budget. And let's figure out what's going to work best for you. Thank you so much for listening.